You know, the Bible speaks about addiction. The Bible doesn't talk about addiction in the modern sense, but it speaks a lot about being enslaved by sin, self-control, and freedom through Christ. It speaks about finding strength in God, all of which relate powerfully to addiction and recovery. Here are some verses. Let's talk about something real for a moment. Addiction is not just about substances. It can be anything: alcohol, drugs, food, social media, unhealthy relationships, even patterns of thinking that keep us stuck. And if you've ever struggled with any of those things, you know it can feel like something is controlling you, like you've lost your power, but here's the truth. You are not alone, and you are not without help. No. One of the most powerful verses to start with is 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. God is faithful. He will provide a way out. That means what you're going through, as heavy as it feels, is not unique to you. You're not broken. You're human. And more importantly, there is always a way out. It may not be easy. It may not be immediate, but it exists. Sometimes that way out looks like calling someone. Sometimes it looks like stepping away from a trigger. Sometimes it looks like choosing to sit with discomfort instead of escaping it. And that brings us to another powerful truth in Romans 6:14. Sin shall not be your master. You are under grace. Addiction can feel like a master. It tells you when to act, what to crave, how to cope. But this verse reminds us that is not your identity. You are not owned by your addiction. Grace means you are allowed to struggle and still be worthy. Grace means you can fall and still get back up. Grace means recovery is not about perfection. It's about persistence. Now let's talk about something practical: self-control. In 2 Timothy 1:7, we're told, God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power, love, and self-control. Self-control isn't something you either have or don't have. It's something you build, just like a muscle. And here's the part people don't always say. You don't build self-control in your strongest moments. You build it in your weakest ones. Every time you pause before reacting. Every time you choose something healthier. Every time you delay a craving, even for a few minutes. You are strengthening that muscle. Now, does that mean it's easy? Absolutely not. That's why Galatians 5:1 is so important. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery. Freedom is not just something given to you. It's something you protect. That might mean setting boundaries. That might mean changing your environment. That might mean letting go of people or habits that don't align with where you're going. Because recovery isn't just about stopping something. It's about building a life that makes you not want to go back. Let's be honest. Temptation doesn't disappear overnight. That's why James 4:7 says, "Submit yourselves to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you." Notice that word, resist. Not ignore, not pretend it's not there, but actively resist. Resistance can look like redirecting your thoughts, replacing a habit, or reaching out instead of isolating, using tools, whether that's prayer, journaling, or even an app like CraveTheApp to track and understand your triggers. You don't have to fight blindly, you can fight strategically. And this next verse gives us a powerful visual. Proverbs 25:28 says, "A person without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls." Think about that. No walls means no protection. Anything can come in. Anything can take over. Recovery is about rebuilding those walls. Your walls might look like a daily routine, healthy sleep, proper hydration and nutrition, support systems, friends, therapists, medical providers, spiritual grounding. These are not restrictions. These are protections. Now let's talk about something we often forget in recovery. You don't have to do this alone. In Psalm 50:15 it says, "Call on me in the day of trouble, I will deliver you." There is no requirement that you be strong all the time. Some days, strength looks like getting out of bed. Some days, strength looks like asking for help. Some days, strength looks like saying, I'm not okay, and that's where healing begins. And finally, one of the most comforting verses, Matthew 11:28-30. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Addiction is exhausting. Fighting cravings is exhausting. Starting over again and again is exhausting. And this is an invitation to rest, not give up, but rest. Rest your mind, rest your body, rest your spirit, because recovery is not a race. It's a journey. So if you take anything from this today, let it be this. You are not alone. You are not powerless. You are not too far gone. There is a way out. There is support. And there is freedom available to you, one step at a time. Thank you for choosing Crave the app to support your journey. Disclaimer: this content is for spiritual encouragement and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for medical care or professional counseling. If you are in crisis, call 911 or 988 immediately.